Hi folks, welcome to my live blog. Bienvenue à mon blog en direct. Sesrikal, namaste, namaskar, salam alaikum, shalom, ni hao, ni homa, konnichiwa, swadikap, swadika, miigwech, and all the other languages I didn't say in this blog because I haven't done this in a while, so please forgive me here. So I thought I would do this vlog a little bit different than I normally do it. Basically, so I'm going to show you some of these lower thirds that the sun have changed a little bit. This is the one I usually introduce myself with. That's my primary email on my Twitter account. I'll go to this one. This is usually strictly for my tutorial outro shot. So if you've seen some of my video tutorials for Bethel Media Team, you would have seen that. This one you may have seen at the beginning of my tutorial videos. It has my Twitter username and my volunteer email address along with my name. This is the newest one I've made. I need to explain something to you folks. The primary email, it used to be jameshhcb@hotmail.com. I changed it to the jameshhcb.ca Shaw account. And I'm streaming to you live from my Shaw account on the Wi-Fi. So I'm sorry if this live stream is cutting in and out on you. I am recording this, so once it's uploaded to YouTube, you'll see the video in its entirety. So my apologies for that. So my volunteer emails from my podcast technician role. The jamesacb23@gmail.com is pretty much self-explanatory. Sometimes I use my Shaw account for online shopping, such as Walmart, but Staples I usually use the Hotmail. Anytime I'm using PayPal, I use the Hotmail account, so that's why I put the online shopping at the very bottom of the lower third list. So that way people know if you want to communicate with me through regular email outside my volunteer role, please use the shaw.ca email. Otherwise, if it's with respect to my role as volunteer podcast technician, please use the volunteer email address. That way it keeps my roles separate because I do have a professional career as a licensed security guard, and I really try and keep all of my roles as separate as possible. So I'd appreciate you doing that. Thanks a lot. So the next lower third, I just kind of did from scratch. And no, I'm not Pastor Dave Funk, but so I just did it from scratch. I just copied a photo from the Penticton Bethel Church. I don't remember whether I did it off of Instagram or Facebook account. Again, my sincere apologies if my stream's cutting in and out. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, that I am recording this so you can view it in its entirety. This video may be getting a bit long, and Of course, since I haven't done a blog in a long time or a video log, they call them vlogs in the business. Um, the video is going to be slightly long, so have an arrowroot cookie, have a coffee, have a tea, or whatever relaxation beverage of your choice, because you're going to be sitting here for a while. My last or third is my social media. And I'm going to make like a podcast lower third too to show you in a later blog. But so on Facebook it's under James Harold Charles Brown. Twitter's at James H.C. Brown. Instagram's at James HCB. And James Brown under both my volunteer email and my online shopping email. James E.C. Brown, I believe, on MySpace. James.Brown8423 is my Skype name if you want to talk to me on Skype. I do have it on my smartphone and I also have it on my computer. I don't use it very much, but I am on the computer now, and if I have that app open, I can have a conversation with you through Skype if you so choose. I do have a Tumblr account. It's James A.C. Brown. In YouTube, it's under user Mr. James HCB, and that's my username on YouTube. That's where all my videos live at the moment. So, including the Bethel Media tutorial videos that I've just redone about a month or so ago, because Movavi, the way I had it is this continuous video loops, and it's not good because everybody gets lost in the video and you don't know where it is the tutorial instructor is in the video. With the Camtasia, I can control it much better and make my own videos so everybody can follow along, and it's more self-explanatory. That's my lower thirds. So let's get back to my normal shot without the lower thirds. Yeah, so tonight I found it interesting. I went to order a salted caramel frappuccino, a grande from Starbucks. They didn't even ask me whether I was lactose intolerant or had any allergies. I find that very shocking because under due diligence, they're really supposed to do that. It shouldn't be the customer's responsibility to tell them all the time that they're lactose intolerant and that they have to have lactose-free milk or dairy-free milk because their stomach gets extremely upset with gas, and then they have diarrhea, severe diarrhea, when they drink milk products. Like they're just setting themselves up to be sued, and the customer has every right to sue them for negligence, in my opinion. And so I would really appreciate it for those of you who work for Starbucks and are watching this video blog podcast. Well, it will be a podcast once it hits iTunes. I didn't realize it until I just said it. So anyway, praise the Lord. And well, of course, some of you don't believe in Christianity, so you can believe what you want to believe. But I personally I have I've never turned back from being a Christian. When I gave my life to Jesus at 10 years old at a 6:30 evening service at the now called Watford Pentecostal Assembly, formerly Mount Zion Pentecostal Assembly, and the former address used to be 158 Main Street. Now they changed it to 5349 Nauvoo Road. Why they changed it to Nauvoo Road, Lord only knows. I like to talk to that Mayor Todd Case and get the real story on that one, because I sincerely don't understand it myself. So anyway, that's enough of that part of my rant. I did watch one of Mayor's videos on her YouTube channel, and I commented in the form of a rant, and I said, why does CBSE, which is the Canadian Broadcast Standards Council, and CAB, Canadian Association of Broadcasters, Codes and Standards, not apply to vlogs or video blogs? Because what I'm finding is there's a whole lot of profanity and swearing in her videos, and just to Christians such as myself, we find that extremely offensive. Like, we don't appreciate that at all. And it would be really appreciated if the mayor in the future would refrain from using foul language like that, because other than the viewer advisory, and I did say not even a viewer advisory with an exclamation point. So, like, if she's going to be using coarse language in her videos, I would really appreciate if she added a viewer advisory, just as a courtesy to us, so then we can choose whether to watch it or not. Because, quite frankly, it not only offends me, it offends a lot of Christians, and some of those Christians are her marathoners in her marathoner Facebook group, and that really concerns me from that point of view. So, Mayor, if you're watching this, please take notes and respond accordingly. Thank you. So that was basically what that rant was all about. I just couldn't understand for the life of me why it is the way it is. And hopefully, maybe in her future video logs, she could explain to all of us, educated broadcasters and uneducated broadcasters, how things work in the business, so that we have a better understanding on what we should do and what we shouldn't do while we're on the air, so to speak. We all would appreciate from the viewing community. Pardon me. My Parkinson's medication's wearing off, and my speech is getting to the point where I'm having trouble sounding words out here. So please bear with me here. So, from a broadcasting community and from the viewership community, we do really appreciate it if, and especially me personally, if the mayor could just set us straight on broadcast standards and where it applies to the internet, where it doesn't apply to the internet. And yes, I do acknowledge that Section 2 of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms does give the person the right to freedom of expression, which includes expressing her own views on topics. And granted, she does have that right. But when it comes to using inappropriate language or foul language, that's where a lot of Christians watching her blogs draw the line. And so, they do have the right to turn that content off if it really offends them too much. And so, just a beware statement in that regard. And as far as the Red Shoe Pub's concerned, they're closed for the season now, so hopefully they'll have some renovated wheelchair accessible washrooms pretty soon if they don't have any already. I shouldn't laugh about that, but it struck me funny there. Yeah, roll with the wind, roll with the wind. That Trent Reznor song, that chorus keeps going through my mind all the time, and I start singing it. Oh boy! And right in my video log too. I better recognize the Rankin family, and especially Jimmy Rankin, who wrote that song. Because considering that's now copyrighted material, oh man, I could get myself in a lot of trouble if I didn't give them credit. Oh boy, seriously. Anyway, I'm just gonna sit up a little bit here, pardon my posture. So, when things are starting to slow down, the security company finally. I always get called because some guards don't want to answer the phone because they don't want to work. I'm personally getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of filling in shifts for these guards. Like if they have a legitimate excuse, like they're sick or they've been in a car accident or some other legitimate excuse, I don't mind filling in for their shifts in that case. But when it's a case of I don't feel like going to work today, that's inexcusable. It's like yeah, like with me, I go to work whether I want to or not. There's been days where I don't feel like going to work, but I push myself to go to work anyways because it's money in the bank. But I wish security guards would look at it that way. It's money in the bank, like, for heaven's sakes. Like my mom used to say when she was alive, take what you get and be happy you get it, because one of these days you might not have a job. One of these days, times will get so tough that security companies won't even have enough money to pay everybody wages, and then they'll start laying everybody off, including myself. And some bosses may say, don't go there. Well, I am going there because times, even though the Canadian dollar's gone up slightly, we're still in a bit of a recession, so to speak. So I'd appreciate my fellow security guards who have a better professional attitude and give me some slack and give me a break for a change, because I'm feeling overworked. Like over the summertime, I've really been feeling overworked because I haven't had the time to do my housework like I should. And it's finally between September and October and November this year that I'm finally starting to get the upper hand on my housework right now. And it's like the only thing I've been doing is basically taking the garbages and recycling out and doing my laundry. Between those two activities, that's about all I've been doing. I finally got to washing the dishes, which there's some new ones I have to do again, but they only take a couple minutes to do. So it's like I'm really needing to start drawing the line with the security company. Like I have already, I've had to email my bosses because my volunteer jobs, like the podcast technician role that I have on Sundays, and my volunteer role at the Consumer Development Program at the Canadian Mental Health Association Unity House. Like my work as a security guard was interfering with those volunteer activities, and I can't have that happening anymore. And it's like the last couple of times, like she phoned, like my supervisor phoned me because I was the only one available. Like that, it's crazy because she tells me confidentially that no one's answering the phone. Well, if these guards are listening to this video log, you better start answering the phone. You better step up to the plate, and you better start filling in some shifts, because this security guard's going to be so burnt out, he's going to have to go into early retirement just because you guys don't step up to the plate and do what you're supposed to do and do what you signed up for in the security company. Like, I've had enough of this nonsense. Like, please do me a cotton picking favor, folks, and just step up to the plate and take the shifts that are available. Otherwise, I'm going to end up being so burnt out that I'm going to have to quit my role as security and find another job, because this is ridiculous. And there's lots of cashier jobs I could be taking right now because they need people like me that are dedicated, reliable, and know what the heck they're doing. Pardon me. It doesn't help that the humidity in my apartment is dry at the moment. It's getting into my throat. So I had the coughing spell there. Like seriously. Like take the like if our security supervisor calls you and leaves you a message on the phone, at least call her back and let her know what's going on, because I can't be filling in for everybody's shifts because they don't feel like going to work. That's a golden recipe for getting dismissed or fired for just cause, being unprofessional towards the employer. Like all my bosses won't have that kind of garbage going on. Like, it's not the first time they've had to fire security guards because they're up to no good, you know. Pardon my expression, but it's the truth. So, and I think I'm getting to the place where I'm almost running out of things to talk about, but anyway, I did get some new/used furniture that I desperately needed in my apartment. Maybe I can take some photos or some video of it and put it in the video editor and show it to you in more of a video shot format in my master layers series. So anyways, this video is getting quite long, so I'm going to wrap things up for now. Thanks for watching my live blog, and I'll see you later. Merci pour regarder à mon blog en direct et à bientôt. Ça c'est Ricardo, namaste, namaskar, salam alaikum, shalom, adios, adios, swadika, swadika. A cup of water is actually welcome, but normally at the beginning, but it's one of those things I didn't think of till now, so I apologize. Avidazine, Arrivederci is really more reserved for people that are dying, died or something. It's basically the Italian version of we'll see you again soon. They usually say more ciao than anything else. Ciao is a more informal way of saying hi and goodbye. Shoes is another one. Au revoir is French. What else am I missing here? Well, I've said it in other video blogs, so I've been pretty rusty at this because I haven't done this in so long. So you'll have to forgive me for not acknowledging you in your own language this time. So I'm going to say goodbye for now.